Don't forget to subscribe. Appreciate all of your support. Enjoy the video. Teacher Talking Sports here, and yesterday it was Alec Burks' day. It was his time to save the day for the Knicks from what would have been an extremely embarrassing loss. Final score 106-99. Knicks improved to 9-7, just 4-5 at home. The Houston Rockets fall to 1-15. They have now lost 14 straight games since winning their second game this season against the Rockets. Was not a pretty win. The Rockets had lost their last four games by an average of 18.5 points per contest. That first quarter was some of the ugliest basketball I've ever seen. It looked like the Rockets were trying to allow the Knicks to pull away. They must have set a record for most passes thrown in the stands in the first quarter. They had like 5 of them. And despite that, the Knicks only scored 13 points, couldn't buy a bucket, and were down 8 after one quarter. Wasn't looking good. Once again, the bench provided somewhat of a spark, but the hero of the game absolutely is Alec Burks. Alec Burks, as you can see, 20 points, 5 steals, 6 of 7 from deep. 5 of those threes, 17 of his 20 points were in the fourth quarter. Shot 5 of 6 from deep in the fourth. The only reason he missed one is that he got the ball with like 1 second left on the shot clock and had to force up a prayer. But Alec Burks, and he was that guy last season too. He was often that guy you could count on to get you the clutch basket in a tight game. And Alec Burks has continued to do that this season. Also, a shout out to IQ Emmanuel quickly, continuing his better play of late. 10 of his 13 came in the fourth quarter. Mitchell Robinson, you look at his stats, nothing special. 6 points, 5 rebounds. He did leave the game though because he was smacked hard in the nose. Wasn't able to return, but he's looked much better the past 2 games. Had a double-double in the previous game, but important win for the Knicks. Absolutely can't be too satisfied with it against the worst team in the NBA, and you got to figure if it was any team but the Rockets, the Knicks might have lost. But it's the first of a back-to-back. They'll play the Bulls tonight. Also, shout out to Evan Fournier. I've been extremely disappointed with him, as have the majority of Knicks fans. If you look at his 7 previous games before last night, he was shooting 37% from the field, 22.6% from deep, and only averaging 7.4 points. Yet last night, 19 points, 7 of 13 from the field, 5 of 10 from deep, and a +7. So, the starters have often had minuses. Not all the case in last night's game. Fournier did airball 2 threes in the fourth quarter, but I'll take any type of positive momentum. And yes, it was against the Rockets, but hopefully he can, have more confidence, because he was taking some deep threes and banging them. So hopefully that installs more confidence in him for the next few games. And it really was a must-win game. They've lost 2 games at home to Orlando, who is last in the Eastern Conference. You cannot lose another home game to one of the bottom feeders in the NBA, and in this case, the absolute lowest bottom feeder in the NBA. And their schedule is not easy over the course of the next 7 games, starting with tonight against the Chicago Bulls. You have to wonder if Kemba Walker is going to play. Last year, he always sat out 1 game of a back-to-back. First set of back-to-back. This is only their second back-to-back. The first set of back-to-back, he sat out the first game, played the second. This time he played the first. Will he play tonight? We shall see. Will Mitchell Robinson be back to play? So at Chicago, home against the Lakers, home against the Suns, at the Hawks. Hawks are still under 500, but they started 4-9 and have now won 4 in a row, so they're back to playing like the team that made the Eastern Conference Finals last year. At the Brooklyn Nets, home against the Bulls, home against the Nuggets. So that spans from today, November 21st, to December 4th. 7 teams you all expect to be, in the playoff hunt, playoff mix, top 6 teams in their respective conferences, or, at least fighting for the play-in. So not an easy schedule for the Knicks over the next 7. As a Knicks fan, I would be very happy with a 4-3 record. Let's see if they could get that. Let me know in the comments below how you think the Knicks will fare in their next 7 games. Let me know any thoughts you have about the Knicks. Julius Randle didn't shoot great again last night, but had a spectacular all-around game. I think he finished 1 assist shy of a triple-double. RJ Barrett still having some shooting woes. Kemba Walker very inconsistent. What would you like to see from the Knicks over these next 7 games? Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button. Share this video. Hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.